of superhero
Super Zeros.
Super Zeros, episode 2. Today we have me, Cybwolf, and 2 other guests. We're missing one today.
2 other guests
unfortunately.
were permanent members.
Shut! Just go.
This is going wonderful
This
already.
is what I said when we needed the energy.
Just
We need some energy.
I have
Bro,
enough energy.
I can feel the energy exuding.
Oh my god!
from
All right,
this profile.
all right. We have our two other people here. We're missing one today. He had shit to do.
Don't know what.
All right, just say your names already. God damn it.
Alright, I am HJ4521, otherwise known as Not the Kangaroo, Noah. It's
Not
a
the
fault.
kangaroo.
Not
All
a
right.
kangaroo.
Who said it was a kangaroo?
His mother.
My mom.
Okay.
And then she said Cybwolf was a cat.
Okay.
Cat. Yes.
Cat.
Okay?
All
Cat.
right, and it's your boy Young Pancake in the cut, aka Swift Time, your boy.
Okay,
Jacob.
little Dicky. Okay. Today we got a few topics to talk about. Let's spin a fucking wheel and see what we get first. All right, here we go.
Story of my life.
Movie theaters in a digital age.
Alright, Swift Time Jacob, you said you had some stuff on this. You wanna start us off?
Yeah, very short. I believe that they're 100% necessary because, you got the big fucking screen, you got the great audio, and it's something that isn't really accessible to the majority of people. So even though you can
Not accessible
stream,
to the majority of people. You can
I mean,
try-
no, I don't mean movie theaters aren't accessible to the majority of people. I mean, like a home theater isn't. So that is why movie
Oh,
theaters are necessary.
Yeah, I see that, but for me, it really depends. Like, some are good, some are bad, and then some are just average. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
the AMC that all 3 of us go to, for any listeners, they have one theater with, like, nice reclining seats, whereas the Imagine that all 3 of us go to, all their theaters have reclining seats. And Imagine has their new EMAX program, which is like IMAX, but more seating, bigger screen, and better audio. Whereas AMC only has Dolby experience with pretty much better screen and audio.
They also have
Right.
IMAX, which
Yeah,
is bigger
but
screen,
like,
better audio.
yeah, but the seats aren't nice. And I care
Yeah.
about the seats. 'Cause
Yes,
they're
It's all
Mister.
about the
They're
seats.
Yes,
promo-
Mister. I got a broken seat.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine that was a horrible experience. A quick story for any listeners.
Oh, here we go.
So, all 3 of us went to go see Imagine after like working a shift at shout out to North Shack on Auburn into Quinder.
Okay, sorry.
I'm
You're
waiting
not
on
supposed to
my-
say
you want to
these
go
things.
see
You're not
Detective
supposed to say
Pikachu?
these things.
And we went to go see Detective Pikachu, right? And so we reserved seats like 2 hours before. It was like an 11 o'clock showing, right? But it was still pretty full since it was release weekend. But when we got there, like one of the seats I had reserved was broken and caved in. And I'm like, attendant, my seat's broken and caved in. And so she came over and she's like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to have a normal seat. And so she like got on her little walkie-talkie, and I don't blame her for any of this. It's the stupid theater's fault for not like saying that it was broken and stopping reservations. But what really ticked me off then is because all 3 of us had gotten seats next to each other. So you could, like laugh and talk at the movie, whatever. But so I got moved down like 7 seats down the row. We were just chatting on Discord the whole time.
100%.
Yeah. I got sat next to some like 22-year-old. Said he was waiting his whole life for this movie to come out.
He told you that?
Yep.
You
That's another
failed to
thing.
mention this.
There was not a single person in that theater that night who was like under the age of 13. Like, it's all nostalgia.
Yeah, they
feel
really
memories.
were all adults, pretty much.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes,
Okay, but
indeed.
back
Um,
to
Yes. Back to this. Movie theaters at least have a place, right? Because you can't. Most companies or most fucking the people who film the movies don't go to streaming services right away unless they're part of the streaming service.
Yeah, like
So
Netflix.
Right.
yeah, like
Just-
Netflix makes all their own movies to do as originals. Same with YouTube. No companies go to the streaming service to be able to, put them out there. That's what movie theaters are for. And also a lot of fucking money. They get a lot of money for doing that.
The big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Movie theaters upcharging literally for fucking everything.
Yeah. For their it's
Their
because
drinks, their snacks,
Yeah.
their popcorn.
they get the majority of their money and profits from their concession stands. That's
Yeah.
why like a bucket of popcorn will set you back like $11, and like a large drink will set you back $6.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing I guess about movie theaters is it's still, I guess, it's still like the whole social thing too, because yeah, sure you can sit back and watch a movie at home, but you can't go interact with your friends in public.
The social experience where in Avengers Endgame when Captain America grabs the hammer, spoiler alert, the
Yes.
entire theater starts cheering. It's a fun experience. It's
Hits
cool.
him with the spoiler alert after he says
After he
the spoiler
says
alert.
it.
That's how you do it
Shaking
nowadays.
my head.
This is how you do it
That's how
today.
you do it.
Yeah, this is how you do it. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like it's a different experience sitting back at home and watching a movie rather than going to a movie theater with potential friends or by yourself because you're lonely. And watching a movie there. See, it's two different experiences. That's one of the things is like I guess it's I don't know how to say it. It's like it's not necessary to do that, but companies don't look to do that, obviously.
Until you
Right.
can just put on a VR headset and watch a movie in a virtual theater.
Oof.
Yeah.
Theaters aren't going
That's
anywhere.
that's the one thing I think could get rid of movie theaters, because otherwise it's, at least in my opinion, it's a different market between
Mhm.
movie theaters and streaming services or even DVDs,
Yeah.
DVDs,
Blu-rays nowadays.
Blu-rays, yeah.
Yeah.
My the laptop I'm using right now doesn't even have a CD player in it anymore. No drive or anything.
Mine neither.
Yeah. It's going-
Mine neither.
Well, you
neither.
guys built yours, so you don't have an optical disc drive.
Well,
You probably didn't buy one.
I had
No.
one in my last one, but
Same.
no, I had one in the same build, just different case now that literally doesn't have an optical drive slot.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much the same.
They're going like the way of the.
Yeah, because everything's on streaming services now.
Yeah.
Which
So that
yeah.
brings it around. Brings it around.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's just there's just a different times nowadays,
100%.
It's like people would rather stay at home and watch a movie than go out, but at the same time companies only
Plus, if you want to see a recent release that's like a big thing and don't want to get spoiled, you kind of have to go see it in theaters.
yeah. Mhm.
Because
Yeah, for
even
sure.
like some companies, like news and reporting and entertainment media, might like put spoiler warning or spoiler alert at the top of their articles or whatever. But like a month after that, they're gonna stop. They aren't gonna care. Although to be fair, a month after that, they're probably not even gonna be publishing anything on the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the news and it has the attention span of a mayfly.
I mean, yeah. You're right. But like I feel like they're still necessary, to be honest. It gives people a place to like go to go watch it all at once rather than like it's a good place to go see it all at once rather than people seeing it at home early and spoiling the shit out of it. Even though that happens anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Should we spin the wheel of mythicality
Yeah,
again?
feel
I
like
mean-
it's not. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
They still make videos, right?
Yes.
Yes, they do. They do make
How many
videos.
views are they getting?
That millions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Holy-
wheel time.
Fine.
Let's see what we get.
Oh wow, they're actually only getting like
Subverting Expectations. How? Okay, here we go.
real quick. They're only getting like based on their most recent videos, they're getting like 500 to oh never mind. They're getting well over 1 million views. That's just some of their more recent videos. They're not getting.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next topic was subverting expectations, and I wanted to put this on here because I wanted to talk about Game of Thrones and Star Wars. Two
Mhm.
things that one of you knows partial stuff about, but didn't watch the last season,
I know.
and the other has not seen anything.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen shit.
How have you not seen Game of Thrones? That show is so good.
Fuck
Like,
you. You wanted me to
Well,
start it. I
seasons
never
1
did.
through 4, seasons 1 through 4
Well,
are good,
I
and then
I liked
5 through
all of
7.
them,
Actually,
except
yeah, I
I
shouldn't
didn't
say that
watch the
because
last one.
1
But
through 6 I enjoyed, and then 7 and 8 were kind of like they just felt different. They felt like they were just amping up the scale more and more, and just more stuff was happening constantly. It just didn't feel like Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones is always focused on the political and logistics side of things, which is unlike other shows that are mostly just drama and action. But
yeah,
Game of Thrones actually cares about the world building and well, I should say used to care about the world building and the politics side of it, which was like all the coolest parts. The relationship between all the different houses and the royalty, the like
for sure.
three people who are always trying to become queen or king at some point. But why I say subverting expectations now is so season 8 came on. It not came up. What the heck? It came out a few weeks ago. Finished up, and what they did to subvert expectations, phrase that has become more notable since like Star Wars: The Last Jedi at the end of 2017. The thing that's being thrown around is Daenerys becomes essentially she goes crazy after hearing the bells of surrender in King's Landing, and she just torches everything: the innocents, the guards, King's Landing, kills Cersei and Jaime in a rock pile. That's subverting expectations. They're just killed unceremoniously with like not even revenge or anything.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so she becomes evil and burns all the innocents. And then in the next episode, so that's season 5, and then in the next episode, Jon Snow kills her.
episode 5, not season 5.
Or
But yeah,
yes, episode 5, not season 5. My mistake. So then in episode 6, corrected myself there. Episode 6, Jon Snow kills her, even though like so the excuse people will say is that she's burned people before. Like she burned the slave masters at I forget what the town was called, somewhere in Essos. And she burned the other people who tried to betray her. She burned the false prophesier, who was like I don't remember what she said, but she was like basically lying to Daenerys about who she would become.
yeah,
She was a witch and could see the future. And so Daenerys burned them all. But the thing about that is when people say, yeah, she burned people before, is that sure she has, but they've all done something to her. The innocents of King's Landing haven't done anything to her. And sure, if you say the guards have, but as far as we know, the guards weren't like hiding among the crowds of the innocents in King's Landing. So
yeah,
she pretty much just went on a killing spree and mass murdered everyone there. Like there are specific shots of like Arya running through the streets and she like saves a a woman and her baby, and then she's riding through the streets on a horse, watching Daenerys pretty much blow everything away with her dragon. And then another franchise which did this was Star Wars. So with Star Wars: Last Jedi, there's a new film coming out this year called The Rise of Skywalker, which the Star Wars trilogy, the most recent, has been pretty interesting so far because it's been heralded by 2 different directors, whereas movies 1 through 6, I'm pretty sure were all at least produced by not J.J. Abrams, George Lucas. How could I miss that? I get that wrong. They were all at least produced by him, and I'm pretty sure most of them were at least directed by him in some way or shape. But he hasn't had any input on 7 through 9 as far as I know. It's just been J.J. Abrams for 7 and 9 and Rian Johnson for episode 8, which they really shouldn't have done. Star Wars, similarly to Marvel, has a head overseer. Her name is Kathleen Kennedy, whereas Marvel's is Kevin Feige, where Kevin Feige pretty much oversees the story of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how each movie's going to tie into the next, where he just says, this is where we need a character to be at the end of the movie. This is how they are at the start. Get them to be the character they are at the end from the start with whatever story you like, as long as it ties into this larger narrative. So directors are given freedom to do whatever they want as long as it continues the story. But Star Wars is interesting because, as far as I know, see, The Last Jedi, which why I mentioned Subverting Expectations is because they kill the Emperor-like figure halfway through the movie without even explaining who he is. Which, sure, I get if someone said, but they killed the Emperor in Episode 6 before explaining who he is. If Supreme Leader Snoke gets his own series of prequels, sure, whatever, that would fix it.
Yeah.
But those aren't released now, so you have to judge the movie by itself.
Right.
But because those aren't out, and we do judge the movie by itself, not explaining who your main villain is, not even asking who, like where he comes from or how he can do the things he can, just who he is.
Right. Pretty much
As a
giving no character development for
All
him.
we've known about him. Yeah. You
Yeah.
just kill him off unceremoniously by Kylo Ren. And not only that, but I would assume they were going to try and subvert expectations. They never would have, but it would have been interesting if they committed to Kylo Ren's killing of Snoke and just had Rey like join Kylo and the two of them run off or something. I don't know, fight a greater evil. Because at the end of that scene where Kylo Ren and Rey team up and then after killing Snoke fight the Red Praetorian Guards, like Kylo's like, Rey, join me and we can get away from all of this together. And Rey's about to do it, but she doesn't. So the two of them like try and force grab Anakin's lightsaber and Luke's lightsaber and break it in two. Rey gets the pieces and runs away. Kylo Ren becomes the new evil bad guy. So it's not like Snoke's death even served a purpose because Rey didn't join Kylo, Kylo didn't join Rey. It was just pointless, just subverting expectations. And we're going back to Kathleen Kennedy. I feel that Rian Johnson, he did specific things. Like there is one shot. So in Episode 8, The Last Jedi, Kylo Ren smashes his helmet against an elevator, like as a symbol that he's no longer Kylo Ren, or not he's no longer Kylo Ren, but he's no longer who he was. He's giving up the mask of his pretending nature with Vader because he wants to be Vader. He wants to be like Darth Vader. So he breaks the mask. But in this new movie, at least, there's a shot in the trailer where he's holding the mask back together. And people have like compared that to J.J. Abrams coming in and fixing what Rian Johnson messed up. Apparently, he's bringing the Emperor or some form of him back, probably like a Force Ghost in Episode 9. And I just really think there should be a head overseer like Kevin Feige. Or, well, there is. Kathleen Kennedy, she's fine. She's not the best person for the role. Like, find another person like Kevin Feige who really cares about the franchise and wants to see the story dealt with in a satisfying way, like Avengers Endgame ended the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Well, not ended, but closed off that first
Right.
era.
Gave it a good wrap up.
Mm-hmm. So if J.J. Abrams can accomplish that with Episode 9, I'll be all for it. If not, yeah, I'll probably go see it in theaters. I might get some enjoyment out of it, like I did Last Jedi, but it's not going to be something I'm going to revisit like any of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Got anything to add?
I personally don't.
Star Wars doo-doo.
Big bet.
Depends.
It used to be good. I watched all of the prequels. They were entertaining. The main
From
series.
my point of view, you are.
But
I have the high ground in this argument.
the main series is better than the prequels, yes, and then the sequels are fucking garbage.
You think they're worse than the prequels?
Yes. Well, some
do too.
parts, not all, but yeah.
Ooh, we should do a tier list. What's your favorite
Right.
Star Wars movie?
We're not doing this right now.
We're not doing a
We're
tier
not
list.
doing
in
a
the
tier
middle
list
of the
right
podcast.
in the middle. All right.
How about your favorite then that you've seen?
My favorite episode 5.
Episode 3.
No.
Is it 2 you've seen, Jacob? Which one's your favorite? 4 or
I like
5?
I liked 4. 4 was
You like
good.
4?
Yep.
4 was good.
I liked
Alright.
5. 5 was just good. I liked 5.
I would have
I
liked
just-
5 more if I didn't know the Luke, I'm your father,
Yeah.
but everybody knows that.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I like 3 because of the Clone Wars, and it's the best of the prequels.
Yeah,
Must be
3
that
3
way.
is probably the best. Don't try it.
Don't try it. I have the high ground.
all right,
We
you
got
rolled that shit. Let's see
Reroll.
what it be.
Franchise fatigue.
Okay, so this is another one I have because of a recent thing with entertainment. So Men in Black International came out. It's the 4th Men in Black movie after.
Wait, that's already out?
Yeah, that came out.
I didn't even know, dude.
Exactly. And that's part of the reason I want to talk about this. So Men in Black International just came out
Holy.
June 14th, and
More.
Men in Black.
So there
3.
was a giant spider that just literally came spinning a web down in front of my face. So my apologies for the interrupted. Holy.
Holy
Men in
shit.
Black 3 was 2012.
It's dead
So I
now.
can say this hasn't been that long. Men in Black 2 was 2002, and Men in Black 1 was 1997. So it's been about, let's see,
17 years. Learn how to
No.
count.
7 years.
2002?
No, I'm talking about since the most recent one.
Oh, okay.
Most recent one has been 7 years, and it seems like the best rated one is, yeah, definitely the original, with like a 92%.
Yeah.
But this most recent one, Men in Black International, worst rated. So before this, Men in Black 2 was rated at the worst with a 39%.
Mhm.
Men in Black International, the one that came out this year, 24%.
Big oof.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, people.
I looked this up. A news article is out. Franchise fatigue continues as Men in
that's
Black
funny.
International and Shaft disappoint at box office.
Yeah. Although that's Fox News, so
That's Fox News.
Fox News.
Anyway,
Right.
yeah, I just feel like there are some franchises that do get milked to the fucking ground, and most people don't enjoy them as much as anymore. It's same with Star Wars. Star Wars is starting
Like
to feel it.
Taken, the movie that should have been a single standalone movie.
Ooh,
But
you
they
want to get us on this train? Jake?
Going.
Hold
What's your
on,
opinion on
what?
Taken?
I liked the first one. I didn't watch anymore. It should have been a standalone. They're coming out with a 4th one. Like, what do you mean?
And they made a TV series.
Was that based off the movie? I didn't know that was
Yeah,
based off the
based on
movie.
the
I thought that
film
was something
trilogy.
completely separate. I
No.
was wondering how they were able to do that. I figured it would have been trademarked.
No, it's based off the movies.
Oh my god.
So clearly, there are some franchises where you just cannot keep the
Yeah,
ball
where
rolling
a
forever.
sequel was not necessary, where you should have just stopped at 1 and
Avatar.
left it.
Avatar 1 through 6.
Oh my! I don't know how
Soon to
they
be.
could possibly
Soon
do
to
that.
be.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I could get a
character's name
sequel,
from
right,
Avatar.
right, exactly. I could get them. They're like, yeah, guys, we're making a sequel, but they're like, yeah, we already have 5 more lined up. It's like, huh? Sorry,
Name me
what?
a single character from Avatar. Tell me their name. You can't.
Blue people.
I
All
knew
of
one. I knew one person who knew every character from Avatar, and I was just like, "What are you
Yeah, dude,
talking
they're a
about?"
magical person.
No, but there are some franchises that it's just like no one cares anymore. So like Avatar, for instance,
Right.
It's just been so long since the first movie came out,
2009, 10 years.
and now
literally.
they're coming out with 5 more sequels. It's just like,
And
what
that
are you
first
doing?
movie is only amazing because people like the special effects. That's why
Yeah.
it made so much money.
And then what is it? Star Wars is starting to feel it a little bit. I'd say. I think it has
I'm
been.
looking at some now.
it-
and yeah, go on.
It's been feeling it since the first sequel came out. Like since episode what? 7
Episode
came out.
7 made so much money though. That's like number
No,
Nice.
well, 7 came out, it got a lot of backlash, and then 8 came out, it got even more backlash, and 9 is gonna come out. It's just
yeah,
like,
but it still made tons of money. That's what I'm going off of.
no,
Right,
it's still
and
the
I feel like
fact
that's
that
why they keep doing it, even though no one really likes it. It's because they have this cow, so to speak, that they can just keep squeezing because everybody's going to keep watching it because of the nostalgia from the original
Yeah.
movies that were so good.
thanks Disney.
Yeah. Like even the Bourne trilogy, like that was something where all three, in my opinion, were really good. But then after that, like the next one, the Bourne Legacy, they didn't even have Matt Damon. Like Matt Damon
He made
was
the
Jason
trilogy.
Bourne,
Yeah,
right?
he is Jason. The franchise I'm hoping doesn't run into this problem. It seems like it already has. After one sequel is Kingsman.
Yeah, yeah. Like if they make a new one, I think I'll
They
hope it's
are.
good.
It releases this year.
They are? Okay.
Wait, wasn't
So
there
that
3
There's
Kingsman
going to
there's
be a
films?
been
third.
2. This is going to be the 3rd. The
Yeah,
first one
it's
was
not
really
necessary.
good, and it actually they left it open ended well enough
It's one
that
of my
I was
favorite movies. It's
yeah,
amazing.
I was excited for a new one, and then
Mhm.
the new one came out, and I was like, this is not what I was excited
The
for.
second movie's trailer is remarkably like John Wick 3's first trailer. The tone of the music, the action that they put in, the music, it's so similar. And one is so much better than the other. John Wick 3 is
I haven't
amazing.
seen it.
As
I haven't
good
seen
as
any
1
of
and 2.
them.
Okay.
I didn't
so
even hear about
that's a
John Wick
franchise.
until I saw him in Fortnite. Feels
Oh.
bad.
Oh my god, Jacob.
Feels bad.
Yeah, I knew him before he was popular. Let's get that straight.
That's fucking dumb. But no,
But
John Wick.
that's a
like,
franchise that's not.
I will
feeling
say,
right now.
one, at least in my opinion, series that did well with their sequels, How to Train Your Dragon. All right,
I have only ever seen
okay,
the first
yeah,
one.
I
They
know.
did
I haven't
great with
seen.
those.
I haven't seen all 3. I've seen
They
one
all
and a
three of
half.
them are amazing. You guys should watch them. In my opinion, they did great on every
See, I know
single
the
one.
third one's good, and the first one's good. Is the second one that good?
I think the second one
It's
followed
definitely
up.
not bad.
It followed up on the first one, I think, pretty well because it
It
just.
has 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I haven't seen the second one in full. I've only seen it about halfway. But
yeah.
all I know is that I think it still has a compelling story with how it would.
See, that's my like.
Here's the thing about.
That's what's holding me back about those movies is the story.
Here's the thing about films like that though. Once they have a good story for the first one, got to come up with a good enough story for the second one.
You can't just follow the characters. You actually
Yeah.
have to have them do something in the movie. There has
See,
to
that's-
be more character development.
That's what was good about the second one was they still followed
Yeah.
up and still had a good story. And the third one
Right.
still followed through with I don't remember what exactly the third one was about. It was about the White Knight Fury or some shit. But
yeah.
Yeah.
it was like they at least they followed up and still had a good story about it.
Yeah.
At least they're able to do that. I don't know if they're coming out with a fourth one.
No, they're not. The writer specifically said he wanted it to end here. This is how
Okay.
he wanted it to end, and he got what he wanted. So
Mhm.
they can hire someone else to write it, but he's not going to.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's a good thing. Is some franchises like that one at least somewhat like it works because they're still able to.
And they wrapped it up. They
Yeah.
didn't just leave it open ended,
Yeah,
and then
it's
it's
like
like
Marvel. They
we might
wrapped it
come
up.
out with more, but who knows? Like, no, that's not how you do it. You either plan for it or you don't do it at all. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You have to. All right, I'm gonna read off 10 quick film franchises. Tell me if you think one is still kicking and has some energy left in it, and then tell me if you don't think it does. Number 1,
Sounds like
Marvel
fun.
Cinematic Universe.
For sure. Has
They
definitely more
have
in
some
it.
game left in them.
Yep.
After
100%.
Endgame, they're still going very strong.
Yeah, they said. Yeah, with the MC, it was the MCU.
Yeah.
No, they can. They can just fucking shit out
They have
films
so
and
much
they'll
capital.
still be
and
good.
So much source material to base their
$18
stuff
billion.
off of. Yeah.
No, like it doesn't matter what the fuck they come out with as long as it's not actually god awful. It'll be
Right.
good.
All right. Number
because-
2, Star Wars.
It's starting to feel fatigue. It's just Disney knows how to fucking milk it hard. That's why.
It's fading from the public's mind. I feel that is what we don't want to happen
Yeah,
your franchise is have it.
like Avatar.
If people don't remember your franchise, they're even if you put out amazing trailers, have great marketing,
Right.
people don't remember why they liked your films that came before. They're probably not going to go see your new one because they have no reason to.
Mhm.
There
For
are
sure.
some people that are convinced by trailers, but most people still rely on word of mouth. I recently read a study about this where people will rely more on personal anecdotes than they will based on aggregates or informal reviews.
Mhm.
Where if you say get a like some YouTuber you like makes a video about something and says it's good, that is going to convince you to go see that more than it is to go to read like a review about it because you trust that person to have an opinion that's similar to yours.
Right.
So if they like it, you'll probably like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Hmm. Yeah.
what goes on, what that means is that there needs to be something that hooks people and keeps them to remember why they liked your franchise,
Yeah.
why they went to go see it in the first place. There needs to be a reason they're going to come back.
Yeah.
And
Something
that's
new.
what I feel that Star Wars doesn't have.
Yeah. I feel like Star Wars is just losing like that, like the charm it had back in like when they first started coming out. Like sure the prequels were shit, but they still had something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they still
They had
told
the
the
special
story.
effects.
Yeah, they still told the story on like what happened. In the new ones, it just feels like it's just getting shit out still.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the new ones,
Next,
at least fucking explain something, right?
Yeah.
New topic.
next franchise,
Oh shit.
Harry Potter. I feel it's
No,
going the same way as Star Wars.
it's yeah.
They're making sequels that people aren't going to see. Let's
Well,
do.
yeah, with the what mythical creatures and where to find them or whatever.
You don't even know the name. Yeah,
No.
exactly. Where the second movie in that series isn't even about the mythical creatures.
Yeah.
You're so close. It's Fantastic Beasts.
Ah,
You
yep.
literally are using synonyms of the words mythical creatures and
Mythical.
The first one was
Their
good. I'll admit that.
locations.
I liked the first one.
mythical
First one was
creatures
fun.
and where to
But
discover
the
them.
second one, from everything I've heard about it, it's like, yeah, I don't think I would like it. So I'm
There's
just
like
not
20
gonna
minutes
watch
of
it.
beasts, and then the rest of it is about what they really wanted it to be, which was
Yeah.
set up for the next three.
Hmm.
All right.
So maybe, but probably not. And if that
Yeah.
definitely doesn't turn out, I think that will probably be it for Harry Potter.
Mhm. They should have just stopped at the end of their 8 movies.
Yeah.
Like they figured out at the end that they could milk it because they split the last book into 2 movies when really they could have just left it as a 3-hour long movie. No one
Yeah.
would complain because it would have been good, like Endgame.
Like Endgame, for
Yeah.
example. Yeah, for
But
sure.
they just wanted to milk it like all those other teen romance films did. Twilight, Hunger Games, Divergent, all of those. They just split their last movie into 2 parts for more money.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Next movie?
James Bond. Do you even remember?
I've never watched any
Yeah,
James Bond. I know there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
know
still
how.
kicking.
I don't know how good they are in terms of
Yeah,
quality.
without seeing any of them, I think they'll probably keep making movies, and I think they'll probably keep having moderate success with them. I don't think it will stop. I think it's something that is diverse enough that they can keep making them.
All right. Let's do one more. So this is gonna be the last one. Also, probably they recently came out with their last movie, the X-Men franchise.
I think they might keep it going. I think they're gonna need a really good movie next time. I haven't watched
No,
Dark
Dark
Phoenix.
Phoenix is the
I heard
last
it
in the
was
series.
good. They're for sure done.
Yeah, they're for sure done until they're introduced in the cinematic universe,
Gotcha.
which they don't expect for another 4 years.
Yeah.
They're gonna try and get the Fantastic Four first.
Okay.
Well, I'd be more excited for X-Men than Fantastic Four. I was never really a
It's because
Fantastic
the
Four
Fantastic Four done right in the options.
fan. Yeah.
All right, next topic.
Oh, we
I
actually
think we
moving
got
on.
2 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just pull this shit up.
Let's see. What
Nope.
we can...
Gotta reroll.
Yeah.
E3.
I think we're supposed to get rid of the names.
All right, so you guys, one of you has seen stuff with E3, and one of you
I've
has apparently
okay.
not seen anything.
I looked up a list, so I got a list of all the games, and I know what I'm excited for.
Cyberpunk
Of course,
with Keanu Reeves.
dude. Apparently, I don't know if you've seen, but he
You're
has the
breathtaking.
second longest script
Breathtaking.
except for the main character. He has the most words.
Are you
Oh.
serious?
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
he's a big character in
Yeah, that's
Cyberpunk.
gonna be really cool.
Yep.
Um,
So for Nintendo, you got Breath of the Wild 2.
oh, it looks fucking great. It
There's
looks like it.
also Link's Awakening.
It's a remake.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how many original IP.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Nintendo. They had some solid things this time. They had a new trailer for Mario Maker 2. It's coming out eventually.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Luigi's Mansion
Yeah.
3. It looks alright. Doesn't look the best. Fucking Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020. Let's go.
Another one.
Another one. They're gonna do one every year on each console. That's just how it works.
That's just how it be.
What else do we have? Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks
New Animal
solid.
Crossing.
Now that looks great. I like the concept. They're going to a new island, basically, and it's like sort of a continuation off of New Leaf, sort of. It's like you're just going to an abandoned island and you just make it into a town. That's just how it works.
All right. Are you guys? This is a different company. Are you guys hyped for the gaming platform that only just can afford Stadia? Your uploads and download speeds have to be insane.
Did they list what they have to be?
Oh no, but oh wait, I actually might have that. Discuss something.
So Microsoft is coming out with let's see, Forza Horizon 4. Oh, there's a new Lego expansion for Forza,
the
which
fucking
is
the Lego expansion looks
Yeah.
ridiculous, but at the same time
it's
looks fun.
weird.
It
Yeah.
looks fun.
Bleeding
least.
Edge, I think, will be fun. That's like a time travel game that Microsoft is coming out with.
Interesting.
Or
fucking-
not. No, it's not. I'm dumb.
Blair Witch.
I've never even heard of that.
Blair Witch.
Haven't you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
is it a horror movie?
It's the horror movie that's like the filmed by
yeah.
filmed in
yeah.
the camera view. Yeah, it's just a video game now.
Not interested.
Okay, so apparently the minimum Stadia is 10 megabytes per second download speed.
Well,
I don't believe that.
that's nothing. Yeah.
I don't believe that. Like, they're not
What?
even including the most important thing, upload speed. How much input lag is there going to be when you're playing?
Yeah.
Like, that's what's important. Like, visual quality can be... I'm sure it'll be iffy, but it'll probably be fine.
Boys, we got a new flight simulator. Let's go.
Oh my
Hell
gosh.
yeah, the new flight simulator.
Let's get it.
Dude, it's gonna be great.
Dude, it's gotta be.
What else do we have? Borderlands 3?
New Star Wars.
New Star
We don't
Wars
talk about
Don't
Borderlands
pre-order.
until they say they're not coming out with it on Epic
Yeah.
Games, because I'm not buying it
Oh.
otherwise.
I'm not... Yeah, I'll wait 6 months happily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like... Oh, Destiny Shadowkeep?
Oh,
Destiny's going to be on Steam?
fuck yeah.
Alright.
Definitely worth my $35.
It will be, but I'm gonna wait to buy it. Like, I'm not pre-ordering it. I'll just get it when it comes out, and I know I can transfer stuff over to Steam.
What else?
Bethesda's coming out with a VR version of Wolfenstein. That should
course
be
they
pretty
are.
fun.
Oh, that should be fucking amazing.
They're also coming out with an Elder Scrolls for Switch and
And
Android.
no one likes it, I hear.
I'm not surprised it's a mobile game.
Elder Scrolls Blade. Let's just remake our properties for like 20-somethingth time
Yeah.
for a new console.
Square Enix, let's talk about the 87th remake of Final Fantasy VII real quick.
No, let's talk about the thing everyone.
What?
The most top-selling 4 out of 10 game there's gonna be next year.
What is that?
What?
Avengers.
Oh, Avengers.
Isn't that?
Everyone's gonna buy it. It'll
Yeah.
probably be very average.
I
That's
won't
not
be
what it
buying
looks
it.
like. I will be buying it.
Oh,
But,
Dying
like-
Light 2 is coming out as well.
Is it?
A zombie game.
Yeah, but like Dying Light was like the best zombie. Like Dying Light was so
Oh,
good.
let's
Is it
talk
the
about.
Xbox exclusive one?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so. I'm pretty sure it's
okay.
on PC.
They're trying to revive Fallout
Yes,
76.
stuff on PC
We don't talk
is
about that game.
Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, they're coming out with a new DLC for Fallout 76 because that'll fix everything.
Oh, they're so
100%.
stupid.
Okay, I got a good one.
Yeah.
Watchdog Legion, the new
Oh my
Watchdog.
God.
I'm excited
I
for
really,
that. I
I'm
think that'll
excited
look
for it
good.
as well. I think it'll be
Yes.
good. I think
Yep.
it's going to be the best Watchdog.
For sure.
Watchdogs
The
yet.
first two were like meh. The first one was
They were getting
okay.
the
Second one,
concept
not
down.
so much. Yeah, the third one, it looks like it'll be good.
Yeah.
You
Just
can-
the mechanic of going between central characters
Yeah.
looks very interesting.
You can play as an old woman.
What about Roller Champions? You guys excited for that?
Oh hell yeah!
Rocket League turnover.
Is there a new
Yeah, they're
Rocket
pretty
League
much
thing?
just like trying to go esport, but probably won't work.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much else.
Yeah, there's not a whole
Alright.
lot here.
There's a new Dragon Ball game, but I mean, just that's a fighting game, same as usual. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight is coming to Switch.
Doom Eternal, new Doom game. Looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Gonna
got
have to
Nintendo
upgrade my
Direct.
PC
Upgrade your PC to
for
play.
both it and Cyberpunk 2077. Which I plan on getting that 20.
The new, what is it? Fucking. Oh, I don't remember the game now. The game that people would literally boot up just to stress test their hardware.
Oh. I know what you're talking.
Yeah,
Crisis 3?
Crisis,
Yeah,
fucking Crisis,
yeah.
the new
Are you
Crisis.
serious?
Crisis.
I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
I forgot Crisis. Like
Well,
I
then,
was trying.
then
to...
I never played it, so
I don't know if it was even a good game, but
That's
apparently,
literally the only thing I've seen it on is when I watch people build PCs and then benchmark. They benchmark
Yeah,
Crisis.
they benchmark
But
Crisis because
it's
it's
not
so.
that bad a benchmark. The first game, at least. Which one are they benchmarking? it?
I think they
3, I'm
benchmark
pretty
it on
sure.
2 or 3 because 2 was
It's gotta be
ridiculous.
3. 3's the most.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
2 is the best looking.
Yeah, Cyberpunk gonna be the new Crisis.
It is for what it looks like. The
Bro.
graphic, everything about it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Keanu
And like they
Reeves.
got Keanu Reeves.
Graphics.
Like
Keanu Reeves.
You're breathtaking.
I'm
If
like,
he has the
I'm
second
almost-
most dialogue in the game.
yeah,
that's-
he does.
he's a main character then.
Right,
Yeah.
Like your best friend that they show off in 42 minutes.
dies.
gameplay demo. He's gotta die, and then Keanu Reeves takes him.
He does die in the trailer. I'm pretty sure. No, that was someone else.
Mm. He's
But
gotta
yeah,
die, though.
it makes me want to pre-order, but then it's like, no,
I'm
we
not
don't
pre-ordering.
we don't pre-order. We don't do
Don't
that.
pre-order it. Just wait.
No, it
Just-
doesn't
I'm
turn
just
out
gonna
well.
Be waiting as well. There's no
Yep.
DLC and there's no pre-order bonuses,
Well, yeah, if there's no pre-order bonus, then 100% not pre-ordering.
and there's no DLC. No
Yeah.
DLC. Because CD Projekt Red cares about its fan base.
Mm. Yeah, see, you just gotta wait. You gotta straight up wait for that one. Just wait for
100%.
it to come out first.
Next year, April 16th.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually coming out in 2077. They low-key just put the release date in the title.
If they did that, that would be like
No, they wouldn't
just
do
full
that.
real world simulation, and it
Yeah.
literally.
Dude,
entire-
imagine they actually just play everybody and it doesn't actually come out. Everybody forgets. Then in 2077 they release it. They're like,
like
got
the best game
him.
ever.
Oh my god.
You can literally do anything.
Yep.
All right,
After
fuck
Keanu
it.
Reeves dies and becomes a literal living legend or dead legend, I
He's
suppose.
just for
and then
his
he
Yeah.
comes back.
his intelligence is preserved in the game.
Exactly.
They upload his conscience into the computers.
Exactly.
Don't we have one more topic? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
Hollywood adaptations.
Hollywood adaptations. This
This
is just
one's-
gonna be Netflix adaptations. That's all it is.
You want to talk about those? Go for it.
I mean,
do you
Netflix
think?
adaptations. I don't, wasn't one of them like the fucking Death Note movie or some shit?
We don't talk about that, Zach. Don't ever mention that again. Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
a good day.
What about? So the one that I was thinking of when I wrote this was comic book adaptations. So things like not the popular stuff like Marvel. And those are mostly aggregates, all their most popular stories put into one movie.
Mhm.
I was thinking more things like Kingsman, and Watchmen, and what's the stupid name? Not Game of Thrones, but that's also Kick-Ass.
Uh, do you mean
No.
like
It's-
is it the one with all the people and the guy that can travel through space and time?
Are you talking about Doctor Who?
No, that is yeah, no.
That's
Um,
exactly what you described.
yes, but I'm talking about Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah, that's also that one is. Whew, it's interesting. So it feels like let's stay on this Umbrella Academy thing a little bit. Have you finished the series, Jacob?
No, I don't think I will. Kind of lost interest.
You really should. It's very interesting, and it's worth just watching for the heck of it. Good show, but it is very similar to the comic, which I like. But they also do things that they have to show, changing some of the characters' personalities to be entertaining. They change Klaus, dude who can see the dead, to be more of like a comedic druggie.
Yeah.
They change. Is it Victor? Who's the big guy? I think it's Victor.
I just know him as number 1. He
Yeah.
never had enough character for me to remember his name.
Yeah, they changed him from like being a dude's head that was like the number one's head that was planted onto a gorilla's body.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then yeah,
See, that would have been cool.
yeah, CGI budget. Like
That's
saw-
true.
it was Luther, not Victor.
Yeah, Luther. Yep, 100%.
Coolest dude though was still number 5,
Oh, of course.
the time traveler.
Uh-huh.
He has the best fight scenes. He has the
Yeah,
best
100%.
He has.
Which, by the way, according to Noah, was made in that show. Obviously, it was
yeah,
for
it's
that
from
show.
Don't Stop Me Now. It's from the show.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Don't ask Zach. You don't want to get started on this.
I'm okay.
Apparently, Riverdale's a comic book adaptation.
It
Didn't know
is.
that.
Kingsman's
Have you watched that show?
I haven't watched that at all.
I
But
watched
that's just
season
because
1.
It's
thought
a
that was
CW
okay.
drama, and the characters talk like they're 3-year-olds trying to be 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
They have like the fake teenager talk.
Yeah. Season 2 and 3 I haven't watched and probably won't because I heard they're garbage.
Understandable.
Yep.
I don't have any really adaptations I know of that were really I don't have a lot. Apparently Netflix
I mean, we
shit.
could talk about how Netflix is pretty much canceling all of their comic book
Yeah,
adaptations,
that's true.
which is lame. Like
All the
Daredevil
Marvel
was good.
shows.
Jessica Jones did come out with a new season,
Yeah.
which I like Jessica Jones. So that was good, but they canceled Luke Cage. They canceled Daredevil. Have they canceled Punisher yet?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
pretty sure
if
Punisher
they-
came out with his last season last year.
Yeah, if they didn't, they're going to because the most recent season was
Yeah,
garbage.
they canceled after the second, and Jessica last. This came out February this year,
Yeah.
so there will not be a Punisher season 3.
Oof.
Which I'm not
Netflix-
surprised. Season 2 was garbage.
They're
They
probably just pulling it.
they switched writers and the new writer is terrible.
It's probably not Netflix choice. It's probably Disney telling them you can't make any more stuff. Because by the
Could
time you
be.
finished the season and had it on Netflix, Disney Plus would probably be out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you seen Agents of Shield?
I have seen the entirety of it once, and I rewatched season 1 and the season with Ghost Rider. That's it. Which is the
Did you
best
like
season.
it?
Yes, the season with Ghost Rider. Let me check which one.
I just mean the
Oh yeah, I liked it overall. It gets
show.
really boring in like seasons. Let me check the. Talk about something real quick.
I'm also looking.
there's like no adaptations I can really think of. I don't.
Oh wow.
The only ones I can really think of like adaptation wise would be like shows. So stuff like, I guess if you reach back a little bit, stuff like, I guess if you're really reaching, stuff like the Arrow and the Flash.
Wow, this is actually very interesting. So, the most recent season, so season 5 is the one with Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting there.
No
Well,
big
I'm
deal.
going to keep speaking.
I mean,
Okay.
that's all.
The
But-
Arrow and the Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all I
go
was
on.
saying is like the Arrow and the Flash. I don't know if they're any good.
Arrow's trash. Flash is
Okay.
decent.
Hmm.
They're kind of
Flash-
ruining it nowadays.
Are
I'm
they?
hoping the next season will be good
It's
if they
just the
smart up.
CW effect.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They can't hold it long enough trying to put a spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the best season was season 1, and that's the one that he is DC's head writer and comic, I
Yeah.
guess, story guy. He's just very good at making stuff in general.
And
Right.
Arrow
Season
is
one
pretty
is
much
season.
just Oliver saying you have failed this city over and over again while killing
Yeah.
people, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But season 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. seems... I haven't seen it yet. Apparently it came out this year, May 10th. Watched it since.
Mm-hmm.
I
Some of
didn't
the
know it
episodes-
was done. I was waiting till it was done
It's
to
not
binge
done.
it. Okay. Yeah,
Not
I didn't
done
think
at
it
all.
was.
There's
Yeah.
still a 7th season.
No, I was waiting till season 6 was over, which I don't
Oh.
think it is.
6 is not over yet.
Yeah.
The last episode, they're on episode 5 of 10.
Yeah.
So they still
I
got a ways
see
to go.
that.
And then they have seasons.
There was one show that got adapted into an anime. It's called JoJo's.
That was a show originally?
I can no, it was a manga and it was adapted into an
From-
anime.
Well,
Speaking
yeah,
of it,
that's
from
that's
last week-
every
That's
single
every
anime
anime, yes.
pretty much.
But no,
I
there's
think
there's multiple. There's companies that have done it before the current studio. So the new one, the new studio, the one that's currently been running it since I don't fucking like 2012, but they've been running it since then, and this is the best anyone's seen because the OVAs and shit were all trash.
that
So
must be nice.
yeah.
Having a show that gets better over time. Been a while since I've seen that.
Well, JoJo's has already
That's
been
true.
written. It's just
It
that
really is.
JoJo's have always been written, and every season
Yeah,
has
and
something to bring to
that's
the
true.
table.
Manga writers generally get better the longer they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than
See, each
Modern
part,
That's
day
how
show
most things
writers.
are because
each
over
part
time.
gets better as it goes because each has its own story. See, has I think like 9 parts now. I think it was.
Jesus.
And each part has its own story. They're interconnected.
that's not a
because-
lot, Noah.
Yeah, it's not.
9 acts in a story? Yeah, that's a lot.
What? How many episodes are there? between each act?
It's 24
Wait, 9
episodes per.
seasons or 9 parts?
It's
'Cause
9
no-
parts. There's 9 parts, 24 episodes per part. It's about I don't know how many chapters per part because it's like fucking
Yeah,
like
that's
60 or
that's
some
only
shit.
like 216 episodes. Naruto's like 500. One Piece is
Yeah.
almost 1,000.
No,
Dragon
see,
Ball's probably insane.
they're
No,
in
Dragon
part.
Ball is nowhere near One Piece.
No, yeah, Dragon Ball's nothing.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, nothing's nowhere near One Piece. Or
Yeah,
anywhere near One
nothing.
Piece. One
But-
Piece is just crazy.
Here's the thing,
one is
JoJo's
one?
is like they keep very faithful to they keep very faithful to the source material.
To
They
the
barely
manga,
they
yeah.
barely change anything except for like some story stuff where they change some stuff around to make it make more sense for the anime, for it to
Yeah.
make more contextual sense. Like they explained one of the characters' backstories before they showed a different scene because it made more sense story wise. Well, in the manga, it switched around. So they changed it in that way so it made more sense. And I don't know how Araki feels about that, but I think he's fine with it.
Yeah.
It makes sense story wise. They do change some things around to, at least keep it a little bit better, I guess, like in terms of explaining things. But that's the only thing they changed.
Next up, this is going to be our last segment. Recommendations. You guys got anything to recommend? Anything cool you've seen this week or done?
Jacob, you want to start?
What did I recommend last week? I just want to make sure I don't recommend the same thing again. Do you guys
I'm
remember?
pretty
I don't.
I actually
fucking
don't remember. Here, just try. What are you going to recommend? I'll see if I can remember.
I'm not sure. I mean,
Okay.
anime is
Although-
always good. I think I recommended Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you did. I think I
Yeah.
remember.
I'll recommend
Zach, have you
something
have you
first.
seen Gurren Lagann?
No, I started watching it and then gave up.
That's another one you should watch. Like, did they get? No, they get out in the first episodes. You
I
finished
haven't
that.
even finished the first episode.
Oh, okay. It gets really fucking awesome.
I
So
see.
Like,
I
you
am
should
gonna
definitely watch it,
recommend.
and it's not that
I
long.
This is another movie I rewatched today, just like Avengers Endgame. I'm gonna recommend
Okay.
Aquaman,
All right.
DC's movie from last year. I
Yeah.
rewatched it. I remember seeing it in theaters and it being average, whereas Shazam I was super excited for.
Bro,
But I
Shazam was
rewatched
so
Aquaman
good.
today and I'm like, this actually looks really amazing. The
Hmm.
movie is so cool. All the fight scenes are really well done, and I like some of the technique. The is what's called a long take. You know what that is?
No.
A long take in a movie. Basically, where the camera doesn't cut at all during a shot.
Oh,
It's really
gotcha.
cool during
Hmm.
fight scene. It was in Kingsman 1, the church scene. That's
Yeah.
a long take.
See,
But
Yeah.
that's Mhm.
there's the thing about long takes though. The long takes sometimes it takes really good choreographing to do. And a
Yeah.
lot of the times, what they'll do is they'll do long takes in pure fight scenes. So it's stuff where it's not just like any CG. Period. So some things where it's nothing's added in. It's only like fighting. They'll do long takes there, and that's where they mostly do those.
Mhm. Yeah.
It
But that's what I
looks
gotta recommend. Aquaman.
hmm for me.
It's also like a reverse Black Panther because
Mm.
the way it is. So Black Panther is already the ruler of his country, and then Killmonger comes in and wants to become ruler by challenging him to the throne, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Killmonger is the villain. But in Aquaman, King Orm is the villain, or King Orm is the villain, but he already rules the country of Atlantis.
Oh.
So Aquaman comes in, but he's the good guy and tries to dethrone him through combat. So it's like a reverse Black Panther where Killmonger's the good guy.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I must say.
All right.
Which you can recommend.
My recommendation. One of the Netflix shows that's actually good is
Okay.
Agretsuko. Season 2 just came out last
Oh.
week. See,
I think you recommended that last time,
no, I
though.
didn't. I
He
recommended
didn't recommend
JoJo's.
Oh, okay. Fair
Um,
enough. Fair enough.
But Agretsuko Season 2 just came out. I recommend you watch it. It's actually a good anime. Netflix anime, but still, it's good. It's good in like it's actually got like
Is it an actual Netflix anime, or is it like Seven Deadly Sins Netflix anime? Because Seven Deadly Sins was gonna happen whether or not Netflix funded it.
well, it's actually I think an original story. It's not based off of
Okay.
anything. I don't think so. But like it's a good show. I do recommend it. It's got a good little story to it. It's just the life of an office worker fucking around and doing shit. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Jacob,
All right. I already said.
what was it?
He
Okay.
recommended Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great anime. So we got 2 anime and a movie.
Movie again.
Yes,
I'll just keep recommending anime, bro. It would be anime of the week from me and Zach.
indeed.
Yeah, 1 each.
Indeed. All right,
All right.
that'll be it.
Yeah. See you next week, everyone.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right, guys. I'm gonna be sending you over to Rob for now. Here we go. Yeah, raid Rob because he definitely needs it. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.